My name is Daci Baker. I'm originally from Mountain Park, Oklahoma. I now live in Decatur, Texas. My husband trains horses for the Relentless Remuda, and I am his right-hand man, I guess you could call me. So in the mornings, Miles gets up between 3:30 and 4 to be down at the barn to ride 2-year-olds. So I'm usually about 30 minutes behind him. It takes me a little longer to roll out of bed. And so I catch horses, I saddle horses, I help ride through some of the younger ones, get them warmed up for him, and then wash, put up, take care of manes and tails, on the maturity horses especially. Some of the older, more seasoned horses I'll rope on, get them used to like a girl or an older man. Typically, women and men that aren't futurity trainers, they might kick or squeeze or pull when they don't need to, and so I'm the perfect test dummy to make sure there are no holes that need gone back over, but they pretty much train everything where there are no holes. So I'm kind of the final test product before they're ready for the world. Oh, we had horses while I was growing up, but they are not the caliber of horses that I'm currently riding. I played a little bit. We did not have good horses. So I did not know what a good horse was until I was probably a sophomore in college when Miles and I started dating. He was rodeoing a little bit at that point, so he had 1 or 2 good horses. And my job at that point was just loping them and warming them up for him. I did not start roping until probably 3 years ago when he started taking in outside horses, and I was the only help to get horses trained. So I had an older yellow horse, and we turned steers every day before work and every day after work. And so I've actually started working on getting better and getting to where I'm an asset to the team. But yeah, I had no background. I knew how to act around a horse, but as far as actually riding, I've learned a lot in the last few years. So Miles' family, they have a feed yard, his dad does. We have cattle traps at his mom's house, and at that point when we first got together, our pens and our feed yard were full of stocker calves. And that first summer, Miles rodeoed, and I told him I would live with his mom and I would take care of the pens and the traps. So I mean, I was fully exposed. I would ride through the pens, I had my little dart gun. I was a dart gun cowgirl in the feed truck, and I mean, it was a full summer it was a huge learning experience. Working with your spouse, especially with cattle and horses, is not for the faint of heart. I feel like every rodeo wife or trainer's wife says that. Lots of patience, lots of I'm sorry's and grace. And grace goes a long ways. Man, and just knowing the routine and knowing your significant other and how they want things done and where your best help at and what your strengths and weaknesses are, you figure that out so fast. I didn't quit my full-time job. I went seasonal, so in July I started helping Miles full-time down here. And we've had some growing pains even in the last 2 or 3 months, but everything's like starting to slow. Now that futurity season is over, we're like starting to get into a routine, and it's fun. I love being down here. So I wear the riding heel most of the time in my boots. In all honesty, it works best for what we do every day. The boots have held up tremendously. I have put these things through the ringer, and the fact that they've lasted as long as they have is a testament to the product.